Stadium, where Aldrin Sampear is standing by. Aldrin, good morning to you.
Good morning, Lebu. As we've indicated that we continue with our coverage of the ANC's 105th anniversary celebration here at Orlando Stadium. And as we've promised that we'll be bringing you various guests, and one of those guests is the Secretary General of the ANC, Mr. Gwede Mantashe. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And as I was saying to Mam Jesse earlier on, happy birthday to the ANC.
Happy birthday to the ANC, the SABC, to South Africa. Happy birthday today.
And also to OR Tambo.
Happy birthday to our Tambo. Happy birthday to all the leaders of the ANC.
Let's speak about this year's theme, Unity in Action. What does that mean?
Unity in Action means we must have a commitment to deal with divisions, fragmentation, factions, and work for unity. A united ANC is a better ANC. A united ANC is good for South Africa. A divided ANC is weak, and a divided ANC is bad for the country.
How did you get here, though, to this point where you have to emphasize the unity of the party and reinforce the unity of the party?
The unity of the party has always been the bedrock of the ANC. It is the basis of the formation of the ANC. But from time to time, the organization go through a dip, and it is always important to take it out of the dip, re-emphasize unity, because it is a united ANC that can self-correct and take itself out of the hole.
The ANC veterans, the ANC vets, I think they were called the ANC Vets 101, who met with the party, they have a different understanding. They're saying that, listen, the ANC always saying self-correction, that's actually not working. Were you actually surprised?
No, I was not surprised, because there's a combination of objectives there.
Yeah.
Is that when you go through a difficult period, others will be having what is called nostalgia. Looking back many years ago, it never happened this way. But the reality of the matter is that we're going through a difficult period when the ANC is in government, which is very different from the time when discipline was the basis of survival. Today, people are in charge of resources, and therefore the question of discipline and unity requires a strong management, and we must actually get our hands in it. Self-correction will happen if the ANC, first of all, unites itself. Then when it is united, it will self-correct.
Actually, about 3 weeks ago, I was speaking to the former General Secretary of COSATU, Zwelinzima Mavavi, and we're speaking about the formation of the alliance and how the alliance was important pre-1994. And he says that after 1994, the alliance should have probably sat back and look at the current state and say that now we're dealing with an ANC which is in power, which is in government, and probably there's no need for an alliance. What's your take on that?
I think it's an admission on his part of failure to play the role he was supposed to play. But I don't think we should blame him. We should say, as the alliance, we should be able to say, under new conditions, how do we manage the alliance? Is there anything we need to change? That debate is ongoing.
Let's quickly speak about the ANC Women's League. They made the pronouncement last night. They've indicated that they're supporting Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma to be the person who succeeds President Jacob Zuma. But the NEC hasn't officially opened the succession debate.
Actually, they are creating a complication for the ANC, deliberately so, because it is going to be impossible for us to stop provinces from doing the same. It was just unfortunate. We should have delayed a little bit, waited, opened the discussion. I have no problem with them discussing it, taking the decision. I have a problem with them pronouncing it, because it opens up a can of worms and a floodgate. It's going to be very difficult to manage that.
What's the problem? What problem lies in having an early succession debate?
The problem is, once you start throwing names, you are going to have a tense contestation. The reason that we said we must start by talking to principles. You know, the truth of the needle does give us guidance of questions that we must ask. How do we deal with personal ambitions? How do we deal with lobbying, which is what is happening lobbying? How do you deal with pushing friends and associates? How do you deal with personal interest? And until we answer those questions, rushing into the names complicates the process of nomination and selection of leadership.
Final question. Today's event, we see that it's drizzling at the moment. Do you expect the numbers to dwindle? Do you still expect the 800 plus minus buses?
It's drizzling, but people are also flowing into the stadium, which is quite a good sign, because there are people who are committed to the ANC who will come rain or sunshine, they will be here. And we're hoping that they will fill the stadium.
Well, we'll have to wait and see whether the stadium will indeed be filled. But as we promised earlier on, we will continue with various guests, senior politicians of the ANC, to discuss the state of the party as well as the theme of this anniversary, Unity in Action, what exactly it means and what 2017 holds for the ANC. Let's go to a quick ad break.